In this section, we're going to learn how to create shapes directly on a video. In Premiere Pro, creating shapes works almost exactly the same way as creating text, and there are two main methods to do it. The first method is using the Shape tools from the Tools panel. If I click and hold the rectangle tool, you'll see that different shape tools are available here. You can choose any of them. For example, I can select the rectangle tool and draw a rectangle like this. I'll press Ctrl+Z to undo. Or I can click here again, choose the ellipse tool, and place the playhead anywhere I want so the shape starts appearing from that point in time. Then, by clicking and dragging with the left mouse button, I can draw a shape. If I click and drag while holding Shift, I'll get a perfect circle. If I don't hold Shift and just drag freely, the shape will be drawn proportionally based on how I move the mouse. Any shape you create will automatically generate a corresponding layer in the timeline. Since I've created two shapes here, if I select them using the Selection tool, you'll see that in the Properties panel, two separate shapes are listed. When I select any one of them, I can apply changes specifically to that shape. For example, I can change its fill color and make it red. Then scroll down and adjust its size, making it smaller or larger. All the same settings we had for text, which I explained in the previous lesson, are also available for shapes. For instance, I can use the Align options to place the shape perfectly in the center. I can also add a stroke to the shape, choose a stroke color from here, and increase the stroke thickness. Now, since the shape layer is selected in the timeline, if I create another shape, like a polygon, it will be added to the same layer. Again, you can select each shape individually and apply changes. So all of these shapes exist within one single layer. However, if I press Ctrl+Z, deselect the shape layer, move the playhead to a different position, and then draw a new shape, you'll see that a completely new layer is created in the timeline. So the rule is simple. If a shape layer is selected and you draw a new shape in the program monitor, that shape is added to the same layer. But if no shape layer is selected and you draw a shape, Premiere Pro creates a new layer for it. Whenever you select a shape layer, you can adjust all of its settings either from the Properties panel or from the Effect Controls panel. There's no difference in terms of functionality. As you can see, the shape layers you created also appear here, and you can modify them from this panel as well. You can also select any shape and use the duplicate option to create a copy of it. If I switch to the Selection tool, you'll see that a duplicate is created. If I right-click again, this time I can choose Clear to remove that shape. You can also copy an entire shape layer, and if you create another shape layer afterward, you can right-click on it and choose Paste to paste the copied shape into this new layer. This way, you can easily reuse and copy shapes between layers. I'll press Ctrl+Z and delete this layer as well. The second way to create shapes on your video is by adding them inside an existing text layer. For example, if I already have a text layer, I can select it, and in the Properties panel, you'll see the text layer listed here. I can add another element to this same layer. For instance, I click on New Layer, then choose the Ellipse tool. This allows me to create a shape inside the same text layer. No new layer is created in the timeline. Everything stays within this one text layer. So I click on the Ellipse option and a shape is created inside the text layer. I can select the shape layer from here, and I can even rename it if I want. Now we have one text layer and one shape layer inside it. I notice that the shape was created as an ellipse. If I want it to be a perfect circle, I can go to the Align and Transform section and make the width and height equal. Since the width is 300, I'll set the height to 300 as well. This way, I get a perfect circle. Now I select the shape layer again and resize it. If I drag from a corner while holding Shift, I can scale the circle down without distorting it. This size looks good to me, so I'll position it right here. I'll set the fill color to white. Then I select the same shape layer again, right-click, choose Copy. Then right-click and choose Paste to create another identical circle. I'll move this new one upward a bit. I'll undo once because I want to move the lower circle instead. I'll hide the upper shape temporarily, select the lower one, and move it slightly upward. To see things more clearly, I'll zoom in a bit. You can zoom in and out using the scroll wheel, and by holding the scroll wheel, you can pan around the scene. Now I select this circle and place it here. Then I select the upper circle, make its color slightly darker, and position it like this. That looks pretty good. To see the full frame again, I'll choose Fit from the View options. Now we've successfully created and combined these shapes. If I press play, you can see that the text and shapes appear together. And then the next text shows up afterward. If you want, you can also adjust the opacity or visibility of your text or shapes from the Transform section. As I mentioned before, all of these options were fully explained in the lesson about text. In the next lesson, we'll take a closer look at the Effect Controls panel and start animating text and shapes. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. See you in the next video.